Hi Stitchy friends, it's Lisa here at Lost in Stitches. You found my channel all about cross stitch and I have lots to share with you today. So get a beverage, sit back, relax, grab your stitching and we'll dive right in. Welcome Stitchy friends, I'm Lisa and come and get lost in stitches with me. Okay, welcome back. Thank you to all my subscribers who have come back and are watching again. It brings me so much joy to know that there are so many in my corner supporting me through my my journey and loving all of my stitching. So I just want to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Anybody that's new here, if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and leave some comments. We have some great conversations going, so you know, feel free to email me as well. My email is in the description box below, and I'm also on Instagram at Lost in Stitches Lisa, and you can message me there. So there's lots of ways to reach out if you know, if you want to start a chat or if you have questions or anything. Just let me know. I love hearing from all of you, and let's make this a two-way conversation, right? So I am loving it so far. It's just been a complete joy in my life to have this Flosstube channel and to share so much with you. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for subscribing and all of you who come back and watch when I post. So what are we going to do today? So there's lots. It's been almost 2 weeks. I have been to Montreal and back. I did some stitching. I've been getting ready a lot for the Stitch North retreat coming up next weekend, which I'll talk about. And so yeah, there's lots to go through. It might be a little bit longer, so grab yourself a drink and grab some stitching and let's get started. So first off, in my last video, I had told you that I was going to do a Happy Mail project. So I love the pay it forward theme. So this is a Happy Mail that I want to send out once a month. I will create a little package like this and send it out to one lucky winner. I would like to share what's in this one. Sometimes there'll be a surprise, we'll see, but I would like to share just so you kind of know what's in the bag. So I made this little gift bag. I've learned how to make it, even the boxed bottom. I was so happy. And this is what's in the bag. So I made a small for the winner. This one is, I'll bring it a little bit closer. There you go. This one is Birds of a Feather from Modern Folk Embroidery, and it's stitched in Valdani pearl cotton. It's P10 antique violets, and I just finished it into a little pillow for whoever wins it. So hopefully that brings somebody some happiness. It'll fit nicely into somebody's little dough bowl, and yeah, hopefully you like it. And just a little personalized card from me with a few stickers I'm put in there. I'm putting in a fat eighth of a little bit of fabric, so it's this beautiful kind of green color, kind of washing out a little bit, but it's gorgeous, and it's just nice for finishing the backs of pillows. And then just a little bag of trim that will come with that. So that's what's in the Happy Mail bag for the month of April. And I did draw a winner before, so I'll do it over here. It is Narlal Home Skills. And there was over 100 comments for this. I think it was 124. I didn't write the number for that one, but yeah, Narlal Home Skills. You have won the Happy Mail for April. So if you can reach out to me on my email in the description box below, you can send me your address, contact information, and I can get that sent out to you right away. So yay! Thank you. Thank you for leaving such beautiful comments. The next one that I had for a giveaway the last time was this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful project bag and thread keep. I don't know if you saw that. And this was to celebrate all of these next 3 are to celebrate my 3,000 subscribers. So this beautiful bag was given to me by Tracy from, hi Tracy, from OG Stitchery. She is on Instagram at OG Stitchery as well, and she produces these bags for sale. So if you want a bag like this, if you don't win this one, you can certainly go over there and check it out. So the winner of the bag and the thread bed for this one was Smiling Daisy. Yay, way to go. This is so fun. So if you can, I'm not sure of your name, you didn't leave your name in your comment, but Smiling Daisy, if that's you, can you please reach out to me and send me your address in the email that's listed below, and I'll get this shipped right out to you. So it is just so pretty. I'm so happy for you. It's gorgeous. I need somewhere to lay things. Okay, bear with me. The next one is the needle book that I made. This is a little needle book. I'll just open it up so you can kind of see inside. It's just got these little pieces of felt and then a nice little pocket. So that's the needle book that I made, and then there's another thread bed from OG Stitchery. So if you don't know what a thread bed is, so you just use it alongside of your wherever you're working, and then you can put your little loose threads on here. Or if you have a project going and you just have little pieces of threads with like say if you have color changes quite a bit, you can just thread a bunch of needles and put them in here and keep them with your project, and then that helps you know, if you're doing confetti and things as well. So a couple different uses for the little thread beds. And the winner of this for the giveaway was Carmen Taylor. Hi Carmen. Yay, I loved your comment from the last video. You said faith, not fear, and that is so true. It's faith, love, hope, courage, all above fear. Just, you know, staying strong is so important, and I just love that comment. So thank you for leaving that, Carmen, and you are actually the winner of the giveaway. So that was for the word needle. You won that one. So again, if you can leave me your address in the email down below, I'll get that sent out to you right away. Now the last one that I had as a giveaway in my last video was Primavera. And this is from Satsuma Street. It's the paper copy of this pattern, and it has a piece of 18 count Aida on the inside here. I don't want to show the pattern, but it's kind of tucked in here. A piece of 18 count Aida, the size enough to do this project. So the winner of that one was Linda McIver. Hi Linda, that's so nice that you won this. I'm so happy for you. So I'll put Linda's little thing here, and you can send me your address down below, and I'll get that sent out to you as well. So that was the happy mail and the 3 giveaways from my last video. So I just wanted to make sure I did that first, in case, so people catch it if they do win. How I'm going to do my giveaways from here forward, I know people don't get to watch every video, so I will hold it for this first week. I'll give a reminder in my next video, and if I don't hear from you in 2 videos time, so this is number 7, I'll give a reminder in number 8, and if I don't hear from you, then I'll draw again in number 9. So, oh, I don't think I said the date. It's actually May the 1st, and this is Flosstube number 7. Okay, so that was all of the giveaways. I did have 3 fully finishes, I guess. I fully finished the little small. I stitched and finished the little small for the Happy Mail. But I did get 2 other fully finished things. You saw these in my last video. Here is the little Quaker Rose heart, and this is from Street Stitchworks. That's a bit of a tongue twister. But this one is all finished. I just used the same little bit of fabric on the back, and this is how this one is finished. So it's just a little heart. This one is going to be a pay it forward piece that I'm going to use probably from my neighbor. I just wanted to show you it fully finished before I gave it away. But this is part of my Pay It Forward project. So if you want to know more about that, you can go back and watch my last Flosstube number 6. And what I would like to do and encourage everybody else to do is to create a little small something like this. This pattern is for free, and I'll link it down below. Or whatever pattern or motif, whatever you have at home, and stitch it up, fully finish it, and just give it to somebody who needs a little bit of extra love. I mean, certainly I think everybody probably needs a little bit of extra love these days. But you know, if a friend is having a hard time, or you just want to show somebody some appreciation, you know, just do up a little stitchy thing and give it. You'll see so many people. Their face will light up just because you thought about them, right? So, okay, that's one here. And this is my other fully finished piece. So I had this stitched the last time in the last video. This is Autumn Flower. Oh, I apologize, sorry, hang on. This one is on, and I said this the last time, 32 count Whisper. This one is on Whisper, Zweigart. And this one, start again, is Modern Folk Embroidery. It's Autumn Flower. And this one is stitched on Mushroom, 32 count Mushroom, Lugana. So you can see here, if you haven't seen this in my last video, you can go back before it was finished and probably get an idea of some of the stitching. Maybe it'll focus there. There we go. So I did explain in the last one. If you look this up on the Modern Folk Embroidery, I'll link where the pattern is below. If you look it up on the Modern Folk Embroidery website, then you'll see that this one doesn't, the original doesn't have the date in here, because when I was stitching, I stitched the border, and coming down this side, I ended up putting in 3 rows of these dots, and in the pattern there's only 2 rows. So this one here is an extra, and so when I got to the bottom, I had this extra little space, and I'd already stitched the border, and then I'd filled in the middle, which I don't normally do, and I don't know why I did that with this one, but anyway, I just put in the date along the bottom, and I thought that would commemorate the year. I try to do one every year that just has a little date on it like that. So that is Autumn Flower from Modern Folk Embroidery, and again, it's stitched in Valdani pearl cotton. I don't remember the number of the thread, but I will put it down below. It's an antique blue, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah. So I just finished it with this beautiful fabric on the back that I picked up while I was in Montreal. I have some more things in my haul that I'll show you from my visit to Craft Deville. Huge shout out for her. She's just an amazing store owner in Montreal, and you'll see some of the haul that I got here in a second. So that one was a fully finish. And for my whips, so this last 2 weeks, I haven't really lost my stitchy bug. I love stitching. It just doesn't feel like there's been enough hours in the day to do everything between, you know, keeping the kids busy at school, our trip to Montreal, and just getting ready for retreat and making lovely stitchy gifts for everybody at Stitch North. I can't wait to go. So it feels like I haven't had a lot of spare time to stitch. So I did get a little bit done, but not as much as I normally do. In fact, I think I could attribute it to probably not being able to focus, to being a bit stressed out about the scans and things that are coming up. So yeah, maybe that has had something to do with it, but I did get a little bit done. So this is my, I have a trailing thread back here. This is my Cirque de Carreaux. And in this one, I kind of worked up here. I finished a few stitches in here, and I think I added in a little bit with the lines. I didn't get a ton done on this one. I love stitching on these patterns. This is a pattern of 4, so I've finished the Cirque de Corps, and that's the hearts. This is a Cirque de Carreaux, and it's like circuits of squares. There's a Cirque de Triangle, and there's a oh, what's the other one? the circles one, the Circus of Circles. So there's 4, and I intend to stitch all 4 of them. I love them. I have the 4 patterns, and they just turn out beautifully. They're just meditative stitching. This one is done in a Valdani pearl cotton. It is number 8, and it is called Deep Waters. And I'll put the link to that down below as well. So let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. And that's my stitching so far in this one. This one will continue on to be a focus for me in May, and I'll explain that when I get to my goals a little bit later. So this one did come to Montreal with me, and I did put a few more stitches into it. This one, oh, do you know what, first, sorry, and I always forget to do this, but I'll put in a picture of what Cirque de Carreaux will look like right here when it's finished. So I want to make sure you guys know how these things look. A little discombobulated today, sorry. This one is Seasons of the Heart Summer by the Blue Flower. And this one is almost done. I probably have 500 stitches or so left in here. And I intend to finish this one in May. This will be one of my finishes for May, I hope. there's a few flowers left to go down here and the grapes, and I just need to connect up the heart. So yeah, that one is almost done, and I'll insert a picture here of what that will look like when it's finished. Oh, and this one is stitched on 32 count mushroom as well. So that's 2. I did get to work a little bit on my Canada sampler, not much, because I didn't have it with me in Montreal, so that took up a week of the last 12 days. But this is my Canada sampler. This is from Stitchrovia. You can find the pattern on Etsy, and I'll link it below. All that I did this time, let me kind of come in here, was that little, that little bit of the cowboy hat right there. That's basically what I got filled in. That was it. My goal for May will be to finish the C and here, finish the hat, and then down along the bottom here, this is a big totem pole with an owl with the wings spread out, so I'm going to try and finish that in the month of May. So those were the 3 that I had going that were current WIPs and that I worked on over the last week or so. This next one is a brand new start. It's almost a finish, and it's what I started as we were on the plane going to Montreal. I put the first stitch in, and it's what I stitched on basically the whole time that I was there until we got back. I did a little bit on Seasons of the Heart, but this was mostly my focus for the week. So this one is called How Doth the Busy Little Bee by Modern Folk Embroidery. And all I have left is to come across the top with that border. So I'll come in close here for a second, just so you can see it. This is stitched in number 8 pearl cotton, DMC. So I'll put in a picture of what the pattern's going to look like here, what it'll look like when it's finished. I did the reverse colors in this pattern because I went to the stitching corner in Cochrane when we were down in Calgary for Paolo's work the last time that I filmed, actually the day after. I went to the stitching corner, and Betty is one of the owners. She works there, and I believe she's one of the owners. And anyway, she helped me. She had this model on the wall. And this is different than what the picture looks like. As you can see, I'll just put the picture up here side by side so you can kind of, see. Let's put it in there. I did the reverse. So the color is really getting blown out here. I'll see if I can move back and just get it. It's kind of more like that. It's a really gold color. And it's called Tuscan Sun by Wychalt. Sorry, I can never say that. Anyway, this one, it's called Tuscan Sun. So it's just this really deep gold color. I can't get the color to show right here, but I fell in love with this. She had the model like this on the wall, and I was actually at the cash getting checked out, and I'm like, what is that? Oh my god, I have this pattern. I just wanted to start that. I had the charcoal bot to start it on, and I was like, oh my goodness, no, that's how I want to do it. It's gorgeous. And she had it framed up with this really wide black frame. I cannot wait to get this done. Like, this is beautiful. So I actually had one of the ladies ask me where you might start with a modern folk embroidery. So if you want one that's not too big and not too complicated with not a lot of counting, this is it. The only piece of the counting were these little flowers up here and these little dots. And to be honest, you probably could leave those out if they were challenging for you. They probably wouldn't have even been so challenging if I had to put the border across the top. They wouldn't have been so bad. I had to count quite a bit to get them. Yeah, but I am totally in love with this. I'm so happy. I stitched for days. The needle didn't stop. I was just like, loved it. So this is a great place to start with modern folk embroidery. It's gorgeous in a simple stitch. So there are a couple of other ones, like the Birds of a Feather pin keep. So there's 4 in that. There's 2 little peacocks that face together. There's 3 crows. There's 1 bird, and then there's 2 birds that face together. So there's 4 pin keeps in one. That's a great one. There's also a Biscornu pattern that I have. It's called Telemark. So I'll put a picture of that in here, and sorry, of the 4 birds. I can put that in as well. And those are also great smalls to start with. I mean, any of them are great to stitch. So there's no wrong place to start, but I probably personally would probably start with something about this size. Okay, so those were my whips from the last couple of weeks. I'd like to move into just a little bit of a review of what I did in April and my goals and plans for May. Now, what I had planned for April and what actually happened in April were nothing alike. I normally can stick to a plan pretty good, but between the travel and you know, just stress in general, I think I couldn't stick to it, and I just wanted to stick to something that I just wanted to stitch something that made me really happy. And when I found that How Doth the Little Busy Bee pattern and how that came together, that was all that I really wanted to stitch on. So that and the smalls and getting ready for retreats, and you know, I have everything ready now for Stitch North and for you know, an upcoming retreat in Wabamun that I'm going to on the 12th to the 14th. And then in June, there is a Stitch and Stash retreat here in Edmonton. So just as a side note, if anybody is interested in going to the Stitch and Stash retreat, there may be spots that come open as time goes on here. I think it was at full capacity, and then a couple of people you know, had to turn down coming. So if you do want to come, there is a Facebook group. It's called Stitch and Stash Retreat June 2023, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada is the name of the group on Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, I think somebody asked me this question before and I didn't get to reply back, but if you are not on Facebook and you would like to get the contact information for the administrators, just let me know. It's Jean Cartwright. Hi, Jean. I can't wait to go to Stitch North with you. It's going to be so fun. So yeah, it's Jean, and she's told me that I can pass along her contact information. So if you're not on Facebook and you can't get into that, you can't get to that group, just send me an email below, and I'll provide you Jean's contact information so that you can reach out to her if you're still interested. So there may be a wait list at this point, but you know, there's people who change their mind and life happens, right? So there's still a chance to come if you are interested in attending that retreat in June. We would love to see you. It's at the West Edmonton Mall. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Jean's done an amazing job of putting this together. So, all right. So for April, I did my sheet again, and this is kind of where I am. So you can go back to think it's Flosstube number 4, and it will tell you, you know, I kind of do a flip through of my journal, but what I do, I write down the WIPs and the stitch count, and then what I have left to stitch on each of those WIPs. So, you know, I just kept track of that again for this month. There's a few that I did put stitches into. Quinto, that one came up a little bit. Isabella's Heart, Red and the Wolf, I did some Butterfly Dreams, I'm almost finished. Arranging Cacti, Seasons of the Heart, Cirque de Carreaux, and the Canada Sampler. I did some work on those in the month of April, but nowhere near what I thought I had planned that I was going to do. So, you know, my feeling right now is that May is going to continue on to be the same. So my May goals will be a lot less lofty than I had for the April ones. So I did come up with a few goals for May, and this is my sheet. You'll see it's much shorter for May. So for Quinto, I want to put in 2,000 stitches. For Isabella's Heart, I will be going for a finish on that one, and I actually have those here that I can show you, just in case you're new to the channel or you haven't seen some of these. This is what you can expect to see some progress on over the next month or so. This is Isabella's Heart by Modern Folk Embroidery, and I'll insert a picture up here just so you can see what it's going to look like when it's done. But this is, it's so close. There's only maybe 500 stitches or so left in this one. So this one, I hope, I think, will be a finish in May. Another one that I want to work on is the Long Dog Samplers. Oops, I'm caught up here. Long Dog Samplers Fish and Ships. So that looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. And this one is being stitched on 20 count Easy Grid Aida. And it's the first time that I've actually used this. It was really nice, especially for this one with all of the little motifs. I didn't have to grid it myself. I've actually enjoyed it, and it's stitched with a blue variegated sulky thread. And again, I'll put the numbers below for what that's stitched with. But I am loving this. I haven't touched it in a little bit. This part here will be filled in, and then that will be about the halfway mark. So that's pretty good. I would like to put 2,000 stitches into this one in May. So that's my goal for that one. Butterfly Dreams is another one that I'm working on. As you can see, this one is very close to a finish. All I need to do for here is to finish off her hair, put in the rest of her little t-shirt here, and her hand holding 2 more butterflies. So that one is also due for a finish here in May. And I would really like to finish that like this one back here on the board. I have another board tucked in right here, ready to go for that one when it's finished. Another one that I would like to work on, this one is for my son Caden. It's called Arranging Cacti, and I've put a few more stitches into this one this month, but I would like to move this along. You can kind of see where the gridding is here. It's about like here to here, here to here. That's the size of it, so it's not huge. This one could almost be finished in May if I really put my mind to it. So that's another one. Oh, and this is stitched on 18 count Aida, antique white. This is another one that I did my beading tutorial with. So this is a motif from second. You know what? I'm sorry. My mind is a bit not here today, so I'm really sorry. This one here is Arranging Cacti, and it's from Ink Circles. So I'll link that below if you want. And I've done some blended threads with DMC for this. So I'll put those numbers in the link down below as well. So you can kind of see, especially in the blue now, you can start to see a little bit of that variegation coming through. I am loving it. So this is a bit of an experiment with this one to see if I would like creating blended threads, and it's worked out really nice. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And again, it's Arranging Cacti by Ink Circles, and it's on 18 count antique white Aida. I'll get better at this yet. Okay, this one is also by Ink Circles, and it's a motif from Second Chances. I'm going to be working on this one over the month of May, and as you can see, I have a couple of the beads in here in this corner. I use this one as my beading tutorial, which is on the end of Flosstube number 3, I believe. I should go back and link it for you if you want, but there is a beading tutorial on how I did this, but the stitching is all complete. I just want to finish filling in the beads on this one. So I probably will. I love beading. I just need to be in the right state of mind for it. So I'm going to try and finish the beading on that one and get it fully finished as well. This one is part of the Sew Together series, and I will I'll put a picture in here of it, of what this is going to look like when it's all done. This is from Jeanette Douglas, and I am loving this. I love it. They're small, and it's going to say pins and needles, and I don't know, they're just beautiful, just the way the colors come together. I've picked all of my own colors for this because I didn't use the classic colorworks and everything, so I'll put the DMC conversion that I've used down below. Once you figure out a DMC conversion for these, they're pretty good then. For all the set of 8, you can use the same colors for all of them, and it kind of makes this really nice set. So this might be 8 that I will do. I have the patterns for the other ones, and I would like to have something for a little craft area to put on the wall. So it might be here. I'm debating taking over the spare bedroom for a craft room. Yeah. I'm expanding rapidly with supplies here, so I'll have to see what I do. But anyway, this is the Sew Together series, Pins and Needles. So I'll be working on that one. And oh, this one is on Whisper, 32 count Lugana. And I will be working on my Quinto. So I need to progress this one along. I have, let's see if I see my list here. I think it's about 20, yeah, I have 23,000 stitches left to go on this one. I have, the rest is done. I have reached the bottom. This is the bottom corner, and I'm just working my way across the whole length now. So, I have 23,000 left out of 70,000. So this is going to be my big finish for 2023. I just need to put some more effort into stitching it, maybe make it a monogamous month or something. You know what? I really like this one when we go to our acreage in Golden. I take it, and you know, I've had one weekend where I got in like 3,000 or 4,000 stitches. So it's, you know, it can happen. I just need to focus on it. So that's the current whips that I have that I want to work on, and I want to do 3 new starts in May. So as time is going on and I'm starting to stitch more, my tastes are changing. So I've got 3 starts that I want to make. I'm kind of going more towards the Blackbird design, the Jeanette Douglas, I don't know, that type of, those types of designs that I'm attracted to now. So we'll see. I have some whips that I'll talk to you about in a second here that I don't know if I'll be continuing on with. Because you know what, there's only so many hours in a day, and I just want to stitch with what makes me happy, right? So here it is. So I picked up, and I think I showed this one to you before. This one is called Soar into Summer by Jeanette Douglas, and I am going to meet Jeanette in June. She's teaching a class that I've signed up for at the Stitch and Stash retreat in June, and I can't wait. So I want to have a little small, and I want to get her to sign the pattern and stuff for me and show her my finish. So this is one of the things that I would like to have done for June. So I just love the colors in this. I think I will go with the I think it's called for Classic Colorworks. I'd have to open it up to see, but I will get the colors, I think, the proper colors to do this one. I am in total love with it. So that's one thing that I'll be starting in here coming up right away. And I also have this pattern that I have shown, that I have shown before. Oh, the Craft Connection sticker. This is like a little, oh, this makes me so, oh. Our Craft Connection was our local needle workshop that that just closed, actually. It's, you know, Linda was the owner for 40 years or something now, and she just retired. So congratulations, Linda, if you ever watch this. I'm so happy for you that you get to move into retirement. We all miss you, and we will certainly certainly miss the Craft Connection. I know that it was a happy place to go, and just wander around with so many beautiful models. And anyway, so this little sticker is from the Craft Connection. Anyway, sidetrack there. This is Blackbird Designs, Dear Daughter of Mine. I would like to stitch this one for my daughter, Abby. She's 20 years old. Hi, Abby. Super love you. Mama loves you. And she's in St. John's, Newfoundland, going to university, and I could not be prouder of this girl. She is killing it, like 90 average in university. I'm just in shock and awe with this girl. She is just brilliant and working so hard. She has a part-time job, and she's in class all day. So I could not be prouder of her, and she certainly is a dear daughter of mine. So I miss you, Abby. I can't wait to see you this summer. I'm going to visit her in August in Newfoundland, so that will be super, super fun, and I'll get to see my mom and dad, and my mom. Hi, mom and dad. I super love you too. My mom and I may even do a Flosstube together, so I'm hoping she works up the courage to sit with me and do one, and I would love to be able to show you her cross stitching and her quilts and her craft room. She's just absolutely brilliant at this, so hopefully we get to do one together in August. I would so love that, so you could see Mama Lost in Stitches. Right? And those are the two that I would really like to start going into May. There may be more. I am certainly stitching whatever my heart fancies at this point, just to keep me happy and level. So that's my plans. There is one more that I would love to start, but I need some advice from all of you. So if you could give me a hand with choosing this, I would be forever grateful, because I love this pattern. It's called Plant Seeds and Sing Songs, and I'll put a picture of it in here, and I'll put a link to the Etsy shop below for the lady that sells it. I have picked up all of the, let me see if I can do this. You need more hands as a floss tuber, honestly. You need an assistant. There's no kidding. These are the colors. That's not a very good display of them, but I'll try to do better. These are the colors that go into this, and it is an absolute, as you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful pattern with all these beautiful flowers and this little verse, Plant Seeds and Sing Songs, and that's so important to me. It just speaks to me. I'm not a huge gardener, but I love flowers, and living in the northern Alberta, gardening is like 3 weeks of the year. That's all we get. So no, I'm kidding, it's not that bad, but it's a short growing season. So I'm not huge into gardening, but the Plant Seeds and Sing Songs is, you reap what you sow. Whatever you put into something is what you get back, right? And if you put good and plant seeds and put good out into the world, good things will come back to you. And my Flosstube channel is evidence of that for me. I put my heart and soul into this, and you cannot believe, and it has taken me so much courage to do this. You can't even imagine. I am normally pretty quiet, a little bit introverted, a little bit shy, but overcoming that. And I started 2023 just saying, I am going to say yes to more, and I am going to do it and be courageous and just experience everything that I possibly can. So this is part of it. And this chart just spoke to me about, putting good out into the world and just being happy with what you have, right? So plant seeds and sing songs. Anyway, the stitchy question is, do I stitch this on this one? Okay, this is Silvery Moon Lugana. I'll get my hands out of the way here. So these are the colors, all of the classic colorworks. I fell in love with these colors. I wanted to support our local needlework shop. I got these from the Stitching Corner down in Cochrane. Hi, Betty. If you ever watch this, you were absolutely brilliant. And I am almost chickening out. Like, Betty suggested this beautiful charcoal fabric. Showing up a little bit green here, but it's more like that, it's just a deep, deep gray. So I'm going to try and arrange the colors on here so then you can get to see them. Let's see if I can do this. So Betty suggested this fabric with all of these colors. Now, you know me and my white and my light fabrics and how so this is a bit of a stretch for me. I don't have a hard time stitching on it. I've already tried. I put in a couple of letters and then I chickened out. So you need to tell me, please, should I stitch this? What would you do? Should I stitch it on the charcoal or should I stitch it on the silvery moon? Which one, people? Please help me. So, do you know what? In your comments, just write the word moon if you like this one, and write the word charcoal if you like this one. And I'll do the random comment picker, and I'll see how many more comments I have, one over the other. And then in my next Flosstube, we'll talk about this again. We'll see if I can do it. I'm not leaning more towards one or the other. I think Betty had a brilliant idea to do this one on the charcoal. I think all of the colors, we even adapted a few of the colors so that they would show up well on the charcoal. And I know that this fabric is kind of hard to get, so I'm really pleased to have this and another piece of it. And I think it'll look brilliant. But I'm chicken. So, all right, please leave, again, leave moon for this one, charcoal for this one, and we'll see what the people say about what to stitch on for those. Okay, so that will be my third start for May. Those are all of my plans for now. But you know, God willing, I could find 10 more things to start between now and my next Flosstube. So I just, you know, I go where my heart takes me, and whatever I want to stitch on, that's where I am. So that being said, I have 3 whips here. I'm going to put everything in the little baskets today to keep me organized here. I have 3 whips that I know I am not going to finish. I have started them. I keep passing over them, and I don't have a lot of interest in them. So as part of the giveaways for this episode, I would love to do an Adopt-A-WIP. So you people out there may fall in love with this and want to stitch it. I just have other things that are calling to me right now. So these are beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them. They're progressing. I just don't... they just don't call to me like they did first when I started it. So the first one is, and we'll just do a draw for these. You know, if you're interested in it, I'll give you the word, do a draw, and then we'll see who gets to adopt it. The one thing I will ask is that if you adopt it, it's hard for me to give up my stitching, right? So if you adopt it and you put the word in, please have the intention of at least wanting to try it and see and see if it will work for you. Okay, so this is Satsuma Street. Who's there? I love these little owls. They are just so super cute. I love them. I love them. And I have gotten this far with it. I didn't iron these ones. I'm sorry about that, but I will iron them and package them nicely for you. The hardest part is done. The tree is almost done, and the tree splits over 4 pages, so that was tough. So really the hardest part is done, but it's just not calling out to me. So this is on 32 count mushroom, and this is what's done of it. It's probably about 40% done. You need to put in the rest of the leaves, the sky in the background, and the 4 owls. So anyway, if you want to adopt this whip with pattern, fabric, and threads, and the thread thing is here. This is kind of how I have it done. I'll throw this in. If there's any that are kind of low, I'll put in an extra couple of... Oh God, that looked terrible. Let's see. These are the colors. So you can kind of get to see them here maybe. Yep, these are the colors that are left. And if you want to adopt my whip, put in the word owls into your comment. Okay, so that was the first Adopt-A-WIP. The second one that I want to do is the Star Woman. Sorry, again, this isn't ironed, but this is the Star Woman. from Barbarana Designs, and I'll put in a picture here of what it will look like when it's done. This is this was a mystery stitch along from the first of the year, and I have all 3 parts in a PDF format. So I will send you the PDF, and I'll mail this part and the threads along. So for this one, put in the word star in order to get this one. And these are the threads for it here. So I can refill some of those for you. They're just, that one's done in DMC. And the third one that I am going to stop doing is the Honeybee from Carolyn Manning. Now, this is absolutely gorgeous. Whoever gets this, if you want to do a Carolyn Manning, it's just beautiful. For me, it's a big project. So this part here, it starts here, and this is the center. So that would be a quarter of it, right? If you kind of get the idea. The gridding is done. So I am going to do a gridding tutorial. So if you get this and you want to continue on with the gridding, I'll teach you how to do it. It might come up. The gridding tutorial will probably be after I get back from the Stitch North retreat, maybe mid-May, some point, May 15th, probably around there. I'll record that and post it for you, because I need to be home in order to, and here set up, in order to be able to do that one. Anyway, this one is Carolyn Manning. It's called Honeybee, and I'll insert a picture here of what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's gorgeous, and I love stitching on Carolyn Mannings. There's no problem with this one, really. It's just that I want to do a smaller one. I just don't want to commit to one that is this size. So I have the sapphire patterns that it will be this size, like it'll be a quarter of that, and that's the one that I want to stitch and frame. So I am going to do the small one. When I get that done, I'll probably start another small one out of that. And because I have a couple of big full coverages, I just don't want to continue on with this one. So this one is Honeybee. If you want to adopt my WIP of Honeybee, put in the word bee, B-E-E. And I will draw for those in my next Flosstube. So thank you for adopting my WIPs. They're like, you know, everybody thinks of their projects as like children, right? You know, I can't just put them in the drawer and leave them and not do them. I want somebody to enjoy them. And it's a way of me paying forward a little bit of love. And then you'll have a Stitchy thing that's a bit of a collaboration between you and I. And that makes me feel really, really good. So, so again, if you want the one with the owls, it's owl. If you want the star woman, it's star. And if you would like the honeybee, it's bee, B-E-E. And that's my Adopt-A-WIPs for now. In going forward, there may be more. I've kind of gone through all of my WIPs. Those are the 3 that I think I would have just parked and not done. So I felt it was nice to just be able to share it with you guys. So thank you for doing that. Next, I'll go through my haul. So I have a ton of stuff this time, and I normally don't shop like this, but I think I had a couple of orders that came in, and a couple of things that were back ordered, and then, you know, I bought some fabrics, and I visited the new Mr. Frame Stitchy store, where the Craft Connection has moved all of their inventory into Mr. Frame up in St. Albert. So I did a visit there, and, you know, gave them a little bit of love and Stitchy support. And I did go to the Stitching Corner in Cochrane as well. So I had a bit of a tour of stores that led to a bit more shopping than I normally do. But I'm well stocked up now, and I probably won't need much more for the next bit. That's what she says until she gets to the Stitch North retreat and sees all the goodness, of course, but we'll see what happens there. Anyway, so the first thing that I wanted to share with you was some Stitchy kindness that I got. So this is the other bag. I mentioned this in my video the last time in Flosstube number 6. This is from Tracy at OG Stitchery, and this is the other bag that she sent me. Look at this little goodness of the zipper pull. It is gorgeous. She puts these beautiful little tags on. It's let's see if I can get it to focus. Whoops, that's upside down. It's OG Stitchery. Tried it for a moment there. Anyway, OG Stitchery from Tracy. And again, follow her on Instagram and you'll be able to snag one of her bags. This is the one that she made for me. The colorful one is the one that I just gave away. And that went to Narlal. And this is the one that I'm keeping for me out of the two that she sent. So thank you so much, Tracy, again, if you're watching. You're just such an amazing stitchy friend, and I will treasure this bag. It's just beautiful. So I hope you're enjoying the one that I sent for you. So that's one little stitchy goodness, and like I said, follow her on Instagram, and you can see when she posts, and she has lots of bags for sale on there. So the other sorry, I need to sort myself out here. There we go. So the other vendor that I want to shout out is Jen from Cute as a Button Needle Minders. So hopefully this will focus. Whoops. Oh, come on. There it was. Give it a second. Anyway, this is her contact information. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do here? Hang on. So I definitely want you to see. Let me try to do something like this. Maybe that will work. There we go. Cute as a Button Needle Minders. That's her her email and Hotmail address. And then she has a group on Facebook as well. And this is her card. Yep. And it's Jen. So she is in Spruce Grove, Alberta. Jen, along with Brenda. Hi, Jen and Brenda. Love you both. New Stitchy friends. They run the Stitchy Night in Stony Plain. So if any of you are in the Edmonton area and you are Stitchy and want a Stitchy Night, they actually have a Bloomin' Stitchers Facebook group you can sign up for, and then you see when the Stitchy Nights are. They're usually on Tuesday nights in Stony Plain, and you have to answer a few questions. Kind of reach out to Jen, and then maybe you can attend the Stitchy Night over there too. I've gone to the last two. There's one more next Tuesday night, and then not the one coming, but not tomorrow night, but the week from, and then it's done for the year until the fall. So join that group if you are in the Edmonton area, I guess. And right now it is a private group. Jen will let you in if reach out to her. Anyway, Jen has an amazing business called Cute as a Button Needle Minders. Now, I purchased some needle minders from Jen, and they're in my haul here. I will show you what they... Oops, sorry, I need to dig a little bit for them. I'll show you what mine look like. Everything is magnets, hey? They're super strong. They're wonderful. These are what mine look like. So I picked these three and bought them from Jen from her store. So it says, if you see me with the seam ripper, now is not the time, my friends. Now is not the time. I love it. So if you're frogging something out, you know how it is when somebody comes by. It's like, I have to do this again. And then the next one is, I don't need therapy. I just need more floss. How true is that? Oh my God, floss can save the world and fix every problem. So, and then the last one is this beautiful wooden double roses. These are the three that I picked and bought from her store. And Jen, being as gracious as she is, she watches the channel. Hi Jen, you are just the sweetest, most giving person, and I love having you as a Stitchy friend. She has donated 4 of these to our channel and to 2 bookmarks. I'll show those in a second. But this one is Perfectly Imperfect. Bloom wherever life plants you. She believed she could, so she did. And then the last one says, they whispered to her, you cannot withstand the storm. And I am the storm, she whispered back. I am the storm, that's for sure. So those are the 4 that she made this beautiful donation to our channel. So these will be giveaways. I will do one today. And these will be giveaways in a future video. So these are also ones that she sent. This one is, I don't know if you can really see that. There we go. This one has faith written on it. It's a little bookmark. And then this one is hope. These are absolutely gorgeous, and Jen hand makes all of these. So huge shout out to her. She has a beautiful business. She's actually going to be a vendor at the Stitch and Stash retreat in June, and sometimes she comes as a vendor in at our Wabamun retreats. So, which is how I actually ended up with these ones. I was in Montreal and Jean was sending me pictures of everybody at the retreat because I couldn't go to the last one that they had out there in April. And I'm like, ooh, get me that fabric and show me pictures of the needle minders. And I ended up with some of the needle minders and a lovely fabric stash that I will show you. So, Jean, thank you so much for doing all my shopping. I wasn't even at the retreat and I spent $140. Oh, that's great. Oh my God. So here, this one here is Faith. This is the one that I'm going to give away for today. I'll take it out of the little baggie here. Sorry for the crinkling. And this one is Faith. It is gorgeous. So if you want that one, just put the word Faith in a comment and I will send that one along to you, and you will see these smattered throughout my videos in the future, and we'll do those for more giveaways. So that's one extra for you there. And love to support our little vendors, right? It's these women are just so incredible at running their businesses. Just such nice marketing and just so friendly. So another bit of haul, I guess you would say, that I got from the Wabamun retreat that I did not attend. Thanks, Jean, again. She sent me pictures of all of the fabrics that the Grateful Thread had on display there, and these were the 4 that I picked. So I will show a copy of her card. If you have not checked out Charlene's fabrics, she is an absolute master dyer. Oh my God, she just makes such beautiful fabrics. It's called The Grateful Thread. One second. And she has a Facebook group. And there's her email address. There we go. And I am telling you, just absolutely stunning fabrics. So you can see this color here. This one, these are all 32 count fabrics. This is like this light lilac-y purple. It is gorgeous, like just so yummy. I love it. This neutral here, this is what I'm going to stitch Daughter of Mine. You'll see here, Dear Daughter. That's what I bought this one for. And hopefully if there's a little piece left, I may do the Soar into Summer on that as well. Something like that. I love the modeling in it. This one, I believe I will do the Summer Quaker on. I'm still debating, but it may be that one or this one. I'm not sure, but I think the blues would look great. If you look at the Summer Quaker, I'll explain what I mean in a minute, but if you look at Samantha at the Huga Stitcher, hi Samantha, I love your channel, I love your videos and your enthusiasm for stitching. It just warms my heart. Every time your videos pop up, I have to watch them. So just wanted to say hi to Samantha in Winnipeg, Manitoba. She has a wonderful channel. You should definitely go and check her out. This one, Samantha is doing a stitch along starting August the 1st, and I'll put a picture in here of the pattern. It's from Lella Studios at Summer Quakers, and I'm joining her for that one. My birthday is July 31st. I'm not going to do that one as my birthday start, but I do want to celebrate Samantha's birthday with her for the Summer Quakers, so I'll have 2 starts at the beginning of August, which is never a problem, so that's wonderful. But I might use this one for that, again from Charlene at the Grateful Thread. And then I picked up this gorgeous green, this aqua green color. Like, it is just decadent. Like, oh my gosh, I love it. So I am slowly trying to add more colors into my stitching, and these soft variegated softly modeled, they're just gorgeous. I'm loving it. So I got those 4, and as a thank you for ordering and just some stitchy kindness from Charlene. I've been on a Zoom call with her before and met her, and I'll see her again, I'm sure, in Wabamun. Hi, Charlene. Just want to say hi, and I love your fabrics. Thank you so much for doing what you do. She also makes these little scissor fobs. So these are 2 that she sent along just as a stitchy kindness for me. So I want to send one of these off to you on the channel. And today I'm going to be sharing this one with you. So I don't know if you'll actually see that. Maybe I can put it over the book again. Maybe you'll see there. There we go. And sorry for using that book with the tag on it. Anyway, it just says hope. So if you would like to get this one, use the word hope, and that's a little scissor fob or a zipper tag pull if you want to use it. Maybe if you have somebody in your life that is battling breast cancer or just, you know, anything, this would be, it has the little ribbon on there with the pink hearts. This would be nice, a nice pay it forward thing for one of your friends. So if you would like to get this one in the next giveaway, it's the word hope. I'll put that in. And I did get another stitchy kindness from Judith. So this is, I'll make sure it doesn't show an address here. This is the envelope. This is just a beautiful little card. Judith won the, she won the project bag. Sorry, I had a brain stall there for a minute. She won the project bag out of the Japanese fabric back from my first 100 subscribers giveaway. And she sent me this lovely, beautiful thank you card for that. And ex-stitching librarian Judith, I thank you so much. I love the message. It just gave me, it just warmed me to get the happy mail from you, and I so appreciated it. She sent these beautiful, beautiful stickers along too. Good vibes only. How great is that? This is going in my May, planner. This one is no problema. And just the little wave in the beach. This is my definition of a good day. Love it. Love being on the beach whenever I get there. All right. A cute little butterfly, and then no problema. These were just beautiful little stickers and a small thank you from her for sending off the giveaway. And definitely not required, but just so beautiful. It came in this beautiful envelope. It just, when I opened up the mailbox, it made me smile. So I just thank you for that, Judith. Again, so appreciated. It's all the small things that make the world a better place, right? Yeah. And okay, so I do have a bit of haul here. I probably won't go through all of this, or I'll try to show it quickly because this is a bit of a longer video. But I picked up a few of these things at, sorry for the crinkling. Here we go, at Mr. Frame. So these are Lady Dot Creates, just finishings. I've used 2 of these already because I just needed to finish off the Stitch North small that I made. That's another thing that I actually stitched and finished was my Stitch North small for the smalls exchange, but I haven't shown it here because I'll take some pictures and videos of it, and I'll try to insert it in a future video because I didn't want to share it and then, you know, it's supposed to be a nice surprise, right? So I picked up some Floss Away bags. I want to try those. Not for my DMC because I love the way I have my DMC in the binders, right in the binders. Good Lord, the bobbins right now. But I bought them for these because I want to start organizing my Classic Colorworks quickly expanding stash. So I have kitted up a couple of patterns. This one here, all of these colors are for Blackberry Stitchworks, I believe is the Blackberry Designs. I'll put a picture of the pattern here. It's called The Visitor. Now this is on my wish list. It's out of stock at 123 Stitch. I couldn't get it at Traditional Stitches when I tried to go there, and I found it on Etsy. But the pattern was reasonably priced, but it had $20 worth of shipping, which I didn't want to pay for that. So I'm waiting for it to come back in stock at 123 Stitch, or trying to find it at at a local needlework store, but with no luck yet. So Laura from Laladi Stitches. Hi Laura! Oh, I just love your channel too. We are thinking about doing a stitch along for this. So more details to come on that. Here, the details for the pattern, sorry, is down below, and this is the threads for that. So I did pick those up while I was in Cochrane, and I'll have, at least I have the threads from a local needlework store, and I'll have to order the pattern from 123 Stitch. So I did pick up these antique scissors from, I just love the bronze color of them. I got these from Mr. Frame. I picked up this little gem here. I love it. I have this in white as well. It's just a Celebrate It ribbon from Michaels, but it's a beautiful way to finish. I'll put the thing over there, but if you just put it around the edge of a pillow, it looks gorgeous. And I also like to use this on my project bags, like the one that Tracy made here, but I put a run of ribbon sometimes along my project bags, and that's why I had this, because I have different fabrics for it. I also picked up a new color of Valdani pearl cotton, and this one is 078, 12 weight, and it is this gorgeous, gorgeous, yummy wine color. I fell in love with that. So that's going into the Valdani collection. I did get lots of patterns. And let's see. Okay, here's another one that I ordered. This is from a local artist here in Edmonton. I ordered this one off of Etsy, and I'll put the link below. I think I've mentioned these before. I have all of my other needle minders over there, but this one is called Green Witchcraft Needle Minder, but it's from Florals and Floss. So here's the card for that. And she is here in Edmonton. And I don't know if this is, I'll put the details below for it, but she does all of her own artwork and has turned them into these beautiful, beautiful needle minders, and it has this huge magnet on the back. So these are my absolute favorite, and it supports a local artist, which is great. So while I was in Montreal, I did find a beautiful craft store. I picked up a card. It's called Craft de Ville, and here is the, let's see, the address, her email address, and their website. So this lady has an amazing, amazing store, and she has it's tiny, but it is jam-packed full of stitchy goodness. It's more of a quilting store. She did have some needlework supplies, but I did get some beautiful fabrics from her. I won't go through all of those. They're kind of packed away now, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you want a great online experience, she's super organized, beautiful fabrics, new things all the time, bright, colorful prints. It was just a joy. I think I spent about an hour in there just chatting with her and picking up little notions. And I did get a few little treats from there for giveaways for you guys for future videos. So I'd kind of done enough for today, but I'll introduce this again so you can see. So again, it's craftdeville.com online if you want something from her. She's just a fantastic person. Beautiful little locally owned store. So I did pick up just a bunch of DMCs. These are all the 3800 series that are above 3866. So I hadn't seen these before. My Michaels certainly didn't have them. So I picked them up just so that I could have a different range of colors. So I think some of them are in specialty packs, but I hadn't seen those numbers before, so I just expanded my DMC collection. And from 123 Stitch, I did end up getting 3 pieces of fabric. So this one is Whisper, Lugana, as you know, is one of my favorite neutrals. Love it. This one is a piece of, so I need to read it. Oh, this is just another piece of Whisper. Both of these, 2 pieces of Whisper. And this is a piece of Mushroom in 28 count. And a piece of antique white, of course, my favorite. This should be like my screenshot. So anyway, this is antique white. So just 3 beautiful neutrals. that I am well stocked up on fabric now. Oh my gosh, I have an overflowing basket plus all of these. I'll be stitching until I'm 99, I hope. So from 123 Stitch, I also received this pattern. It's called Little Wren. I'm hoping to start this very, very soon. It might be my start, debating between this one and another one, for my Stitch North. So this is from Scattered Seed Samplers. Looks like this, Little Wren. And if you want to see a recent finish of this, go back, I think it's maybe 1 or 2 videos on Brenda and Serial Starter. Hi Brenda and hi Laura, you guys are amazing. I love you, watch you all the time. And she just had a recent finish on this and she fully finished it. It is just beautiful. It is beautiful. So I am on a Scattered Seed Samplers kind of run. I absolutely love these patterns. And like I say, my tastes are changing slightly to what I would have probably picked up to stitch a year ago. So again, Scattered Seed Samplers, this Remember Me pillow. I love that deep blue flower. Love it. These are all stitched in DMC. And I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. I just want to have that stitched, you know, remember me. I did pick up 2, I'll try to show these together. Bear with me here for a minute. 2 of these from Heartstring Samplery. Let's try to get through some of this. This one is the Festive Little Fobs. So this is a series that that Beth Twist has put out. She has a whole bunch of these. There's like a sewing one. This is the beekeeping edition. As you can see, all the tiny little smalls. These are fantastic for little exchanges and small gifts, and you can whip up one of these in an afternoon. Fantastic. I love them. So that's the beekeeping edition, and I also picked up the woodland edition. And again, I think there's like a tea one, one for sewing, one for Valentine's Day, I believe. So if you just go to the Heartstring Samplery website, you'll see a lot of these. This one is one from Jeanette Douglas. I'm going to stitch this one for my husband and for my husband Paolo. God love you. I love you, Paolo. I love you so much. Home together. With you, I'm home. And just with our initials and our date from when we were together. So I am going to stitch that one for him. I picked up this one by Brenda Gervais. It's a little muted for what I normally like, but I just loved that bird, that chunky little bird and the buttons. I thought that was beautiful. So I picked up that one. I have this one here called Snip Snip by October House Fiber Arts. And with all the little scissors on it, it's a really quick stitch. I just love the scissors and that trim, so I just wanted that one for my collection, just to put around my little craft area here. I did pick up this one. It's called Buttons and Bows. So I rounded out this series because I just wanted to have the rest of the Sew Together series. This one is number 7 in that series, the Sew Together. It's the letters and numbers. And this one is Ribbons and Trims. I think this one's my favorite. I love that bird. Love that bird. This is number 1 for samplers. There we go. And this one is number 8 for silks and wools. And I think I showed that lamb is beautiful with the bowl of wool. I love it. It's probably my second favorite. So I have all 8 of those now, and like I said, I would like to stitch them all and have them in small frames and kind of make a little collage on the wall. The last thing that I picked up, I think that's it for all, thank God. It was a bit of a rampage on shopping here, but is the Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. She has come out with some beautiful, beautiful patterns. Like, I just love these. So she has a whole series of houses. I picked the Needleworker House. I love the flowers, and the variegated blue in that house is beautiful. But there's like Cinnamon House, I think, Pomegranate House, Sunflower House. There's a whole bunch of them. So you know, go and check her out at Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. She has a ton of beautiful patterns out. And there's also one that I would like to have. It's the summer basket, the spring basket. The only one that they had there at the store was the autumn basket. So I think the colors were just a little bit muted in that. I would like the brighter ones. So I am going to get probably the summer basket and stitch that one out of that series. So so that's my haul. I'll try to put this back in the basket here. And I just need to look back at my notes to see what else I had. I closed my book. Just give me a second here. Just to make sure I haven't missed anything for you guys. Oh, there were a couple of people that left, I mean, my God, they're all beautiful comments so far. There's a couple that really, I hate to even signal them out because they're all so nice. The comments were all just so nice. But there was one that I read when I was on the subway in Montreal, and Nick, hi, from Nick Cotterill, the Cotterill family, sorry, Cotterill family from New Zealand. She said, you know, when she heard my last video, it kind of choked her up a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to give you a hug too. She was just so kind. And she said that in order to make her choke up, I must be some kind of sorceress in order to make that happen, because it doesn't happen easily for her. So I appreciate all of your comments. Hi, Nick. I wanted to say hi. And, you know, Carmen Taylor, I think I mentioned before, you know, she said, faith, not fear. It's always about staying positive and staying strong inside and keeping your head in the game when you're facing something really, really stressful. And you need to have faith, hope, love, courage, all those things in your life, and not be afraid of what you're trying to tackle day to day. And that makes life a little bit easier, you know. Eat good food, meditate, eat more plants, and don't be scared. That's kind of my medication that I take daily. So there was a couple of other people, Sean and Elisa, they both shouted out. There was another lady too. I didn't get the name, sorry, but you know, using a shelf liner, it was just a little tip, but using a shelf liner or a piece of felt in that Q-snap, if your thing is wiggling loose all the time, and that will help to hold the fabric tight if you have really flimsy fabric. Sometimes a 28 count linen will do that, or a really an over-dyed hand-dyed Aida sometimes will really loosen up. So that was a really good tip from Sean and Lisa. Hi, I just want to say thank you so much for that. And Joni was another one that left a comment that said, you know, she's also battling an illness, and she says she uses the word "and." So this really struck me. And she said, you know, no matter what you're facing, you say, okay, yes, I have to go and do this. I have to go to this appointment. I have to go to the doctor. I have to take this medicine. And I also get to have gratitude for these moments in my life, and I get to get a coffee along the way. So for me, that's something that's really big. I walk to my appointments at the Cross Cancer Center here every few weeks, and I get a coffee along the way. I stop. I don't buy a lot of coffee out, but I do stop along the way at this beautiful little mood cafe. It's called. I pick up a coffee, and that helps make the experience just a little bit more pleasant for me. So maybe that's something you can try in your life too, is that if you have something really hard, you just say, yeah, this is, you know, this bill needs to be paid, and I get to stay in my house, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, just try the word and I think, Joni, that's a wonderful, wonderful way of framing a difficult situation. So I wanted to say thank you for that. And just thank you to all of you who have left a comment in my last video. It has warmed my heart. It has lifted me up. And I know that there are so many kind people thinking about me in this time. For anybody that hasn't seen this before, I am a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2014. And in 2021, I found out that it came back and had progressed to stage 4 breast cancer. So I know that's a little heavy. You didn't put on your big boots to come wading in here today. So I just wanted, but I do want to let you know the context of what I'm talking about. And, you know, I'm thriving. I am really doing well. I'm in a clinical trial. Everything's heading in the right direction, I hope. I have to go back for more scans. They think they may have found something in the last one, and that's creating some stress in my life now, hence the, you know, not keeping up with my stitching all the time. And, you know, my mind is just in 10 different places. So I appreciate so much the well wishes, the thoughts, the good vibes, the positive energy that's being sent to me is helping me stay centered and grounded through this difficult couple of weeks. It'll get better, you know. Oh, the last shout out that I probably should give, and I want to give, you know, Catherine is my clinical trial nurse at the Cross Cancer Center. She does watch my channel sometimes. So hi, Catherine. I just want to say thank you. And I love you for everything that you do for me every single time that I come to the cross and every time in between. You have been an angel in this whole process, and your smile when I come to the appointments is lots of times what gets me through. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for you and for Dr. Karen King at the Cross Center. She is a pure delight as a doctor, as an oncologist. Her patients are so lucky to have her, and I count myself as one of them. So she has saved my life before, and she's working very hard to do it again. So thank you, Dr. King. I just want to say hi and thank you, and show some gratitude for the doctors and nurses and everybody that's working hard in the healthcare industry right now to help lots of people, including me. So lots of gratitude there. Okay, so I think that's it. I'll wrap it up there. This is probably a long enough video. I think it's just like feature-length film at this point. So we'll move along. I have a couple of other things to share in my next video, and that will be posted likely May 15th, I would say, will be my next, probably my next update. I will try to get one in probably next Monday if I can. I'm going to try or next Tuesday, sorry, because I'm coming back from Stitch North on Monday. So I will try to give an update in between. If I can't, then it will be the 15th. So somewhere in between the 9th and the 15th, I will be posting again. So there we go. You know, I want this to be a two-way conversation, so please leave comments, like, subscribe to the channel so you get, and ring the bell so you get the notifications of when I'm posting, and leave a comment down below of what you've been stitching on while you're watching, if you were stitching. If not, leave your favorite pattern, favorite designer. Just give me some insights into the things that you like to stitch. And if you would like me to share any of your projects on the channel, I would be more than happy to share your WIPs as well. I think it gives good insight for everybody to be able to see what other people are stitching on. So I will happily share that. Send your pictures to my email, and just put in details about what the pattern is and what you're stitching it on, and I will happily share your WIPs here as well. So I would love to feature some of your stitching from all of my 3,000 new Stitchy friends. I'm so blessed with all of you, so thank you for that. And with that, I think that is it. I have some Flosstube shoutouts, I have some sals, and I have some more freebies here in my notes, but I'll put that into my next video, and I think I'll end it there. And thank you so much for all your well wishes. I can't thank you enough. I'm still waiting to hear a lot back from my doctors and everything, so so no updates there, but maybe by the next video I will have some more. So just keep the good positive vibes coming, and happy stitching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, guys.